Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I am sharing my vintage jewelry collection and I'm so excited because I know so many of you are also jewelry collectors or jewelry lovers, and I know many of you also love vintage pieces as well. My collection spans a high to low, so I have a lot of non-luxury, luxury, or designer items that are in the vintage realm that I've collected over the years. But before I get into that, if you are looking for modern luxury jewelry, then you have to check out OBY Jewelry. OBY Jewelry generously sent 2 pieces to add to my collection, and I can't wait to share them with you. But before I do that, let me share a little bit about the brand. OBY is a sustainable jewelry brand that is sustainable everywhere, from the packaging to the process to the product itself. Packaging is created from sustainable and environmentally friendly materials, and the jewelry itself uses at least 75% recycled materials, which is amazing. And let me tell you, this jewelry is beautiful. They specialize in lab-created gemstones, such as ruby, emerald, and sapphire, but they also offer natural pearl and moonstone pieces as well. For the metal, they actually utilize recycled silver, which is pretty cool. Pieces come with GRC certification and OBY signature green gemstone. Let's go ahead and unbox these beauties. In the box, they included this really beautiful blue bag and a beautiful blue box, also from recycled materials. How beautiful is this packaging? I just love the color. And in the box we have this beautiful pouch. Although they have so many beautiful pieces, I opted for the pearl twist link necklace and bracelet set, and they are so beautiful. Oh my gosh, these are so stunning. And they have pearls, of course, because I'm a pearl girly. I'm always wearing pearls somewhere, on my head, on my wrist, on my neck. It doesn't matter, I always have pearls. And pearl is also one of my birthstones. Any other June babies? Here's a closer look at the pearl twist link necklace. It's created with pearl and 18 karat gold vermeil. This necklace is super versatile when it comes to styling. It can be paired with anything from a casual outfit to more formal attire. The lustrous pearls and intricate twisted links create a stunning visual appeal. This necklace is dainty, but it's definitely a showstopper. And this is the pearl twist link bracelet, also created with pearl and 18 karat gold vermeil. The combination of the gold vermeil and lustrous pearls creates a classic and sophisticated bracelet that exudes timeless elegance. This bracelet is also super versatile and transitions well from day to night, adding a touch of refinement to any outfit. It's classic and dainty, yet bound to get many compliments. The quality is just beautiful. These pearls have like an iridescent sheen to them, and I really love the unique link detail. I've never seen a link quite like this before. It's twisted in such a beautiful way. It's very sophisticated and timeless and elegant, and I feel like both of these pieces, they look well together, but I feel like, of course, you can style them separately or style them with other items, but they go with everything. You can dress them up, you can dress them down, wear it for every day, and I have a feeling these are going to last a really, really long time. The quality is really stunning, and the design is just so pretty. It gives me all the Parisian vibes. And I definitely have a wish list of other OBY pieces that I am eyeballing. They are so pretty. I would love to try out some of their gemstones. They just look really, really gorgeous. If you're interested in these pieces, I will have them linked down below along with a discount code. I will also leave a link to OBY Jewelry's website so you can check out everything that they have to offer. Thank you so much to OBY Jewelry for sponsoring this video, and thank you to all of you for supporting the brands that support me. Let's go ahead and get into my vintage jewelry collection. First things first, when it comes to dating vintage jewelry, I'm pretty knowledgeable, but I'm not perfect. I did have a great grandmother that had an antique store, so I grew up around vintage items and I learned a lot from her, but of course I could be incorrect. So if you want to correct me, feel free to do so in the comments if you have any information about these pieces or these brands. But otherwise, I'm just going to make my best estimate based on the brand, the design, the signature, and the overall look and feel of the piece. Let's start with this beautiful set from Givenchy Richelieu. So it was really hard to find information about these pieces in general, but if I would have to guess, I would say that these are probably from the 1980s just by the look, the size, and the design. So this beautiful set features a necklace with double strand pearls and a large bow with rhinestones adorning the entire thing. And the bracelet is pretty much the same. It has a triple strand of pearls along with a bow with little pearl details and rhinestones. It is so pretty. I just love how it looks on. The design is bold and beautiful. And these are the matching earrings. They're big and bold with beautiful rhinestones and pearls. And this one actually includes some pink rhinestones, my favorite color. This is a Givenchy bijou set, and it has a necklace, bracelet, and clip-on earrings in a beautiful bow style with rhinestones. It is hard to believe that this set is brand new. It looks amazing, and I absolutely love the details on this necklace and the set as a whole. It's very feminine, it's very dainty, and I really love how all the pieces look on. So this was also hard to find information about. It does have a 1960s feel to it, but Givenchy Bijou came out during the 1980s, so I will say that this set is probably from the 1980s, and it is definitely wearable for every day. It definitely has the coquette aesthetic that is so trendy right now, and honestly, I just love it so much. I feel like it's so perfect for my style, and I could wear these pieces with anything. They go with everything in my closet. And I just love how the earrings are very dainty, they're very wearable, and they are very comfortable for a clip-on. This is a vintage Chanel pearl button earring, and it is very special because it was actually my very first designer vintage piece, and it is absolutely stunning. So I believe that these earrings are from the 1970s or 1980s. They are big and bold and beautiful, and I absolutely love the design. This is another very special set of earrings. This is my Chanel CC vintage clip-on earrings, and I believe that these are from the 1990s, which, yes, would technically be vintage. And I really love the design on these. They are very classy and timeless, and I love the rhinestone accents. Now we get into vintage Dior, and these are probably my favorite earrings that I have. They are so stunning, and I am just so grateful to own something so beautiful. I love the pearls and the bows. They're really bold and very pretty, and I believe these are from the 1960s or 70s. And this is another pair of pearl earrings from Dior, and this one is surrounded by rhinestones. They are absolutely stunning and so regal. I believe these are from the 1960s, possibly 80s, but they do have a 1960s feel, and they are just glorious and so wearable. This is a very similar pair, also from Dior, and this one has rhinestones, but in a different way. There's baguettes, and they're very shimmery and really sparkly and beautiful, and this is more of a medium size. I think these are probably 1960s as well. They are absolutely beautiful. And these are also Dior, but these are much more petite, and I really love Dior pearls because they have this really iconic iridescent sheen that you won't see anywhere else. This size is super wearable for every day. They are delicate and dainty and super feminine. I think these are also 1960s. This is also another pearl earring from Dior. Are we seeing a pattern? But this is definitely more dainty and delicate and very minimalist with just one pearl and one rhinestone. They are so petite and beautiful, very wearable for every day, and they really add a little bit of pizzazz to an everyday outfit. This is a Dior logo signature clip-on earring, and it is surrounded by rhinestones. This one is so much fun. It's hard to date these. I think it might be early 80s, possibly a little bit earlier, but they are really fun. I love this design. I usually don't go for logos, but I fell in love with these immediately. This is also vintage Dior, and it's one of my favorite pairs that I own. I love the double bow, the silver tone, the drop pearl, and of course all the rhinestones. It's sparkly without being over the top. They are super girly and fun, very romantic. They go with everything. I think these might be from the 1960s or 70s. This is also vintage Dior, but no pearls in sight. I believe this is an aquamarine type stone and it's surrounded by rhinestones. I really love the look of these. The square shape is so unique. They look very princessy, very regal, and they really make a statement. I think that these are probably from the 1970s or 80s. And this is my last pair of vintage Dior earrings. I really love the purple amethyst color. They are so beautiful and minimal, very simplistic, but they still make a statement, and they are just absolutely stunning. I also really love the rhinestones on the bottom. I believe these are from the 1960s or 70s. Now we get into Givenchy. These are some beautiful large earrings with a stunning rosy stone in the center, and there's ribbons that go all the way around it. The size is very large, but I actually really like them. I feel like they make a statement in the best way. I think these are 1980s. This is also vintage Givenchy, and I feel like they're probably from the 1970s. I really love bow designs, and I love these as well. The cream enamel mixed with the gold and the rhinestones create such a unique yet feminine look. These are very wearable, and they're just really, really pretty and unique. These are also vintage Givenchy, and I absolutely love the purple amethyst color. They're very clear and they have a really brilliant sparkle. They're surrounded by gemstones, and I love the shape of these. It's very unique. I think that they are probably from the 1960s or 70s, possibly early 80s. They are stunning. I don't usually go for logos, but I do love this pair of Givenchy earrings. It has the trademark Givenchy logo. They're big and they're bold and they're kind of in your face, but I absolutely love them. Judging by the size, I think that they're probably 1980s, but they do have a 60s feel. These are also vintage Givenchy, and I really love the unique starburst design. Judging by that, they look like they're 1970s, possibly early 80s, but they are just so pretty. These would be perfect for the holidays or a special occasion. Judging by the looks, I think this might be my oldest pair of Givenchy clip-on earrings. They are really beautiful and really sparkly. They're very unique yet simple. I think that they are probably from the late 60s, early 70s. I really love the overall look of them. These are vintage Escada, and I'm sure that you can tell from the very large size that they are very likely from the 1980s. I really love the huge pearl drop and the rhinestone details, the bow. They are just so pretty, so feminine, and they really make such a statement. I always get compliments on these. These are from Scaasi, and this is another favorite from my vintage jewelry collection. I wear these quite often. They're so beautiful and sparkly. I love the silver. I love the bold rhinestones on them, and of course, I really love the bow detail. They're so cute and so unique, and I think that these are probably from the 80s, although it's very hard to find information. These are from Coro, and I think that they are probably from the late 50s, early 60s. I really love the iridescent pearly sheen on the pink flower, and there's some really beautiful iridescent rhinestones in the middle. These are so fun. I love the pink, and I really love flower earrings. These are also vintage Coro, and I think that they are from the 1950s. They have this beautiful pink enamel, and there are some pink rhinestones with an iridescent sheen. They're so fun, and they really do have that vintage Betty Draper look to them that I love so much. It's very Mad Men. These are also Coro, and I feel that they are also from the 1950s. It has a gold metal rose with a rhinestone in the middle and a leaf. They're very dainty and petite and very delicate, and they just have a very romantic and super girly vibe to them. I absolutely love them. These are from Hobe, and I absolutely love the cameo. It definitely has that vintage vibe. The blue is so beautiful, and it's surrounded by scalloped details and rhinestones, and it of course features the cameo. I believe that these are also from the 1950s. Now we get into the unbranded clip-on earrings. These are also one of my favorites. They're super dainty and very sparkly, ultra feminine and girly and very romantic. I love the rhinestones. I love the drop rhinestone detail. And of course, I really love the delicate bow detail. They go with absolutely everything and they totally match my style. This one is also unbranded, and I think that this earring and the last one are from the 1950s or 60s. I really love the design of this one with the full pearl as well as the gold bow detailing. They are super dainty and very romantic and feminine and very wearable for every day. And this is another take on the bow with pearl design. I think that these are probably from the 1970s. I really love how dainty the bow is. These are also super wearable and they make any outfit look super girly. I love a good button earring, and this is one of my very favorites. I love the large pearl center and the scallops on the edges that create this stunning floral. There's also a little bit of sparkle with the rhinestones, and I think that this one is probably from the 1950s. It just has that look about it. This is one of my latest vintage clip-on earring finds, and I am obsessed. They are larger button earrings, and I think that they are probably from the 1950s or 60s. They have this beautiful pearly white background with gold florals and some subtle sparkle. They're very wearable for every day and have a vintage feel. This is still one of my very favorite clip-on earrings that I have in my collection. It is so beautiful. Some of the pink enamel is coming off, but I still think that they are absolutely stunning. It's this beautiful giant rose design, and they really go with everything. I think that this is probably from the 1950s or 60s. I think that they are just stunning. This is probably one of my most glamorous pairs of vintage clip-on earrings. I really love the Art Deco style, and I think that this one might be from the 1950s. They're really fun, they're very glamorous, they're super sparkly. This would be perfect for a special occasion. I just adore these pink cameo earrings. The color is beautiful and I absolutely love the simple design. It has a dainty little bow adorned with a pearl, and I really just love the look overall. It's very girly. I think these are from somewhere between the 50s to the 70s. And this is my latest find in my vintage clip-on earring collection. They are so sparkly. I think they might be from the 1980s. They have this really beautiful purpley pink stone with some lighter stones at the bottom. They are so fun, so fabulous, and very glamorous. Let's move on to vintage necklaces. So this is an unbranded pearl necklace from my great-grandmother. It is an heirloom and one of the very few pieces that I have from her. It's a longer necklace and it is in really beautiful condition. I really love the clasp. It has a little pearl at the center and it almost looks like a gold flower. It's really, really pretty and easy to layer with other pieces. It's 1960s or 70s. This is a shorter Givenchy pearl necklace with a gold snake clasp. It's really beautiful, really unique. This is another heirloom from my great-grandmother, and it is one of my most prized possessions. I have only seen one other necklace like it online, but never in person. I really love the length of it. I love how unique the clasp is, and for its age, it looks amazing. I think that this is probably from the 1960s or 70s, and it is one of my very favorites. This is another Givenchy pearl necklace, and this one is a bit longer. It has the double G logo clasp, and it's really beautiful. You can wear it with the logo in front, to the side, or in the back, and the pearls are just really, really beautiful. I think that this one is probably from the 1970s. It's very elegant and regal, can be worn by itself or layered with other pieces. This necklace is very special. It was actually a gift from one of my early blog readers, and it is still one of my very, very favorites. It features these beautiful large blue jewels and intricate detailing, and there's smaller jewels throughout. It's very sparkly, very beautiful. Not really sure on the date, might be 50s, might be earlier, but it has a Victorian look to it. This rhinestone bow tennis necklace is one of my latest vintage jewelry collection finds, and I think that it's probably from the 1950s. It has that look about it. Of course, I adore the bow. As you can see, I have lots of bows in my vintage jewelry collection, but this one has all kinds of sparkle and it has a pink jewel in the middle. It's very glamorous yet understated and just beautiful. This is from Monet and it features a cream enamel bow. I think that this is probably from the 1980s, and this is another piece from my great-grandmother. I love it. I love how simple it is. It has this really beautiful feminine look about it, and I actually wear this one a lot. It honestly goes with everything. This mother of pearl heart necklace was also a gift from my great-grandmother, and I really love the rose in the middle. It's really, really beautiful. I'm not sure of the date on this one, but by the looks of it, I think it might be 1970s. This is a very wearable piece. It's very dainty and delicate, and it has a really nice size. I wear this one quite often as well. It goes with pretty much everything in my closet. This vintage jeweled green necklace was a gift from a coworker many, many years ago, and it has been a treasure to me ever since. I love the jade green color. It is absolutely beautiful. It has a very regal and royal feel. Not sure of the date, but it looks to be 1970s or 80s. Now let's get into my vintage bracelets. So this is a vintage emerald and diamond tennis bracelet that was given to me by my great-grandmother. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's really hard to pinpoint a date because it is such a timeless and classic design. I'm gonna say it's probably 1970s, but who knows? It could really be from any time period. It is so sparkly and beautiful, and it goes with everything. And this is a vintage Coro bracelet. It is beautiful, and it's very, very delicate, so I don't wear it very often, but I really love the florals. I love the rhinestones. I love the overall design. I think it is so pretty, and I think that this one is probably from the 1950s or early 60s. It just has that look about it. Now let's get into my vintage rings. So this is a vintage Avon ring, and it is from the mid 1970s. I love the design. I love the pearl and the rhinestones. It is so pretty. I also have this vintage ring, and I can't remember where I got it, but I know it was gifted to me a long, long time ago. So it features aquamarine gemstones, diamonds, and gold. And I think that this one is probably also from the 1970s. It's so pretty. Let's move on to vintage brooches. So this is a vintage Givenchy brooch, and I think that it is probably from the 1970s or 80s. I really love the design of it. It has a little bit of sparkle, and it goes with everything. This is one of my oldest brooches. I think it's mid 1800s to early 1900s. I really love the look of it, and I love all of the rhinestones and all of the sparkle. It is just dreamy. I also think that this is mid 1800s to early 1900s, so these are definitely my oldest items, and it is so, so pretty. I love the little sparkly flower in the middle and the bow design. This is a vintage cameo brooch, and a lot of the color has come off, but I really do love the clear look of it. It goes with everything. This one is really hard to date, but I'm thinking it's early to mid 1900s. This is a vintage GIRLY brooch, and I think it's from the late 70s, early 80s. I really love the large bow design and all of the sparkly rhinestones. It is so pretty and so glamorous. And this vintage hair clip is one of my favorite finds of all. I think it is probably from the early to mid 1900s, but it's really hard to date. It is absolutely gorgeous with tons of sparkle and a beautiful cameo in the middle. I love it. So that is it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed getting a look into my vintage jewelry collection. I would love to know, do you collect any vintage jewelry or any vintage pieces? I would love to know what you collect. Feel free to leave a comment down below. And of course, if you are looking for luxurious, timeless, and modern jewelry, make sure to check out OBY Jewelry, which I have linked down in the description box along with a discount code. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the big thumbs up below, and don't forget to share and subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the community for even more feminine fashion, beauty, and lifestyle content. Make sure you check out my blog, lizzieandlace.com, and my pretty pink Instagram at lizzieandlace. I will see you next time. Bye!